Hello and good afternoon and welcome to Love Your Business TV. I am Adrian Peck. I am the entrepreneur and founder and owner of Better Never Stops. We deliver business coaching and advice programs to entrepreneurs and business owners who want to run £1 million plus turnover businesses. I am also the author of How to Fall Back in Love with Your Business, the Entrepreneur's Guide to Rediscovering Your Mojo and Enjoying Every Day by Living Your Dream. So my passion is and the whole reason that I have launched Love Your Business TV is to help and support the business owners and entrepreneurs of the UK and indeed across the globe now, because it seems that we're picking up all over the place now. So my passion really is to help you to either fall in love or fall back in love with your business, to really maximize the opportunity you have with your business, both in fulfillment and also in terms of revenue as well, or earnings, if you want to put it that way. And the third thing and the most important thing to me is about having fun. My belief through many years was that it was all about the destination, was trying to reach the end goal. But actually what I've learned so much over the last few years really is actually it's nothing to do with that at all. It's all about enjoying the journey. And that's why it's so important to do what you enjoy and really have fun in doing what you do as well, because it's a long time that you spend at work. So I say my passion is to bring Love Your Business TV. And we are now beaming across the world with it. This is now about our 9th or 10th week of doing this. Obviously, when I started this, we didn't kind of foresee what we've got, what we're into now. But it is what it is. So what I've done is I've dedicated very much Love Your Business TV now to helping and supporting business owners, because we're going through quite a tough time now, and there's a great deal of uncertainty, and I kind of feel your pain. So if you want to catch up on any of the previous shows, we're live on YouTube, we're live on Facebook. You can catch on a podcast every week, which goes out on Google, Spotify, and also Apple. So thanks ever so much for all our new listeners. It's growing and growing and growing every single week, particularly now that we're on Spotify and Apple. I saw the stats at the weekend, and we're now getting picked up all around the world. You can also catch us up on Love Your Business TV. So loveyourbusiness.tv. That will take you to our Better Never Stops page, and you can catch up with any previous shows on there as well. If you want to get in contact with me, please feel free to reach out. I love the feedback I have. Either it's the feedback via Facebook and YouTube, or from people emailing me in. It's just really, really great to hear what people are getting out of it and how they're enjoying the content and everything else, which is really, that's why I'm doing it. I can't tell you how much this is outside my comfort zone. This is really not easy for me, but it's something I really wanted to do. It's about pushing the boundaries at times, and me appearing in front of a live camera is not my forte. However, I am really enjoying it. And like I say, it's nice to see that you're getting the feedback. I'm getting the feedback from you that you're really enjoying it. So this week we're going to carry on looking at the road we started to look at, which is about goals. The reason I've come from that is that I attend various networking events that we're doing virtually, and the feedback I've had from all the business owners at the moment is that you are really looking at your businesses and looking at how you can go forward with it. And I always think that before you can do that kind of looking forward, but you need to examine actually what it is you're in it for and why you want to do it today. If you don't really understand that very well, it's very difficult to look forward in terms of what you're going to do with your business. So what I'm going to take you through the steps that I use with the business owners I work with, and the business owners and entrepreneurs the first part of me working with them is we do about a 3 or 4 week process where we look at their goals. We look at their own personal goals, what that looks like in terms of success. We then look at the business exit, and then the business strategy, and then we look at a fund plan as well. So what I'm going to do, and this is kind of our third week in now, is that I'm sharing that content with you. I'm not doing it in great depth, so I apologise for that. But you can pick up on it all on in my book. So don't feel afraid to pick up that. If you want a free copy of that, just contact me and I'll get a free copy out to you. So I think about 2 weeks ago now, we looked at the success formula and I shared some stuff with you around, which I had some really great feedback on in terms of that presentation. It's a wonderful presentation that really dismissed the myth that geniuses are born. And in fact, actually, you can be educated to be a genius and you can achieve whatever you want if you put your mindset to it. So if you look back on the previous cast, you can find that. Last week, we then touched on the personal ambition plan, which is what I'm taking you through. And we looked at the personal ambition questionnaire. So if you want to catch up on the book and all the tools that are there as well, if you just go on to betterneverstops.global and then free business tools, you can download all the tools that I'm using and taking you through. So last week we've done the personal ambition questionnaire, and that's a precursor really then to doing the personal vision, income and purpose statements. So we're going to go back and do that this week. We're actually going to do really what is your why. So what is your personal values, what's your income, and then what's your purpose? And it kind of all hangs together really around that kind of big question, then what is your why? Before we dive into that, I want to share just a quick story with you. This is a lady called Emma Yang, and it touches very much into that kind of question in terms of what's your why. Emma Yang, in this picture, she's about 14, 15. This is now about 2 or 3 years ago. She's pictured with her grandma, and it's quite a poignant picture because actually the reason that Emma Yang has really kind of risen to stardom, if you like, and if you've never heard of her, check her out on Google, Emma Yang, Y-A-N-G. It's a very fascinating story because Emma Yang is really depicts what is it's that entrepreneurial spirit, that real entrepreneur that sits in people. Her grandma, pictured here, has Alzheimer's, and Emma was getting really upset to see the deterioration in her grandma's health and her grandma's quality of life. So she kind of wanted to do something about it. So what she'd done, she created an app. The app uses facial recognition combined with AI, and it allows her grandma to then depict images. She can hold it up to somebody's face, and then the app will tell her, or her grandma, for instance, or the patient, will tell the patient who that person is, what they're there to do, and it will show, it might show videos and stuff or pictures of them as well to twig their memory about that person. So it's an app called Timeless. You can go on and Google it. It's a fascinating app. But there really is the story about Emma and how Emma has just really kind of gone out and solved a world problem. Now, she will go on and she will earn quite a lot of money probably. She has already gained millions of pounds worth of funding across the US to really take this app forward and to launch it nationally and probably globally at the end. There's no doubt she's going to end up being a very, very successful lady. But she didn't do it. She didn't do it for money. She didn't do it off that basis. She just done it because she wanted to solve a problem. So the whole part of that why for you is not necessarily about deep rooted in that kind of money. It's not necessarily about money. It isn't about money. It's actually about what it is you want to achieve out of it. And I always encourage people to try and look beyond that, and try and look beyond just that pure monetary gain, and actually look at what their purpose is in life and how it links to their values. And that's kind of the purpose of, or the reason I'm doing this, and the reason I structure what I do in this way as well. So hopefully this gives you a little bit of an impact, a little bit of a thought behind making that impact and how that impact can be, and just sharing really with Emma's story there. She's absolutely fascinating, and going to be she's going to go on to be a superstar, I'm sure. So let's get back to kind of this week. So we're going to do over the next 4 weeks now, this week, and then 2 more, probably another 3 weeks actually. So this week we're going to do the values, income and personal values, income and purpose. And then next week we're going to look at the exit plan and about exiting from a business. And then the final week I will share with you what's called a personal vision map. And depending on, we might do another week, we'll do the personal vision map, which is a really, really great tool for you to use to visualize your goals and keep them in your mind's eye. And then the last step really is then look at a fund plan. We might do the 2 end bits together, or we might do them all in 1 week. I'll see how it goes. I want these webinars kind of about 15-20 minutes, and that's kind of it really. So let's move on to this week and to the personal value and value, income and purpose statements. You can download the tool from the website and a computer. Now you can jump straight in and do this, do the income, the VIPs in one go, but I would recommend that you do the questionnaire first. The questionnaire is there to warm you up and kind of get your taste buds going, if you like, and getting your ideas going and getting that flowing. Particularly for us men, we're not great about talking about this stuff, very good about our deep stuff. There are some very, very deep questions in that questionnaire, and they're purposely deep to really get in under your skin and to really make you think. So get onto the website, download the questionnaire, go through the questionnaire first. That kind of warms you up. I recommend that you normally do the questionnaire, you leave it a day or so, and then you go back to it. And then after that, you then do your VIPs. So let's jump into the VIPs. The first part then is to look at your values. And so I'm going to do a bit of a whistle stop on this really. I would normally spend probably half a day at least doing this with my clients and really getting under getting into their heads, getting under their skin to really nurture out of him the deep stuff that's in there, because it's so, so important. And once it's down on paper and once it's all written down, you've got something then to reflect back constantly, and you've got that foundation block really to keep, it's a grounding post to keep grounding yourself back to, why am I doing this? Well, this is what it's here for. Am I doing today, this week, this year? Is that still part of what my grounding is all about? So that's why it's important. So we'll touch on a few things. So one of the things we're going to, these are the most important things in my life. Let's just put this full screen for you, just so you please see it a bit bigger. So we look at the VIP statements. The first section is my values. So these are the most important things in my life. So what are the most important things in your life? On my passing, I want to be remembered for. See, I told you these were deep. So what is you remembered for? And my legacy will be, so what is that ongoing legacy? We'll catch up. It's the computer slowing down a bit. And then the final couple really then is about your core values. So we just flick back a second. So these are the most important things on my life. On my past, I want to be remembered for, and my legacy will then therefore be, and these are important to me because my core values are, and the core values are reflected in my business by how. So it's kind of all building up that whole other thing about what it is, that real essence of what you're really, really about. Then we look at income. This is a bit more black and white, so to speak. But what are your income goals next year, next 3 years, not 5 years, next 10 years? how you're going to achieve this. I'm going to achieve this by my income will fund a lifestyle, which mean I can. So what is it you want that income to actually fund, and why is that important to you? What I love doing, so then we flip on to purpose. So in my business, what I love doing most is, so what are the things that you love doing? What are the things that you love doing in your business every single day, that if you were to, on a Sunday, you looked in your diary for the following week and it was all full of these things and it made you really motivated and really wanted to get into work, what would those things be? In order for me to do what I love, I need to stop doing. And this is a really, really important question, because it's about what's stopping you doing what you really love and what's holding you back. And invariably, you find in businesses that the things that you really love doing, you're actually really good at. So if you do more of it, then not only do you get to do the things that you love doing, actually you get to have a better result as well. To reduce my daily, weekly frustrations, I need to. So what is it you need to do to retake those frustrations away? And my long-term big personal goal, what's that, what they call a BHAG, a big hairy ass goal. What is that really big hairy ass goal that you want to achieve? What does it look like? Why do you want to do it? And when do you want to do it? Importantly as well. And then what are some of those other personal goals? So what are the other personal goals that you've got? It's kind of bucket list stuff that it's on top, on your top 5, top 10. What are those things that you want to do? When is you want to do them by as well? And this is a really, really important question as well, really. In order for me to achieve my key goals above, I need to. And that's that really kind of important bit. One of the business owners that I work with, I won't name his name, but he's he is a very keen enthusiast in terms of airplanes. And one of the things that when we've done this with him, and it's actually in my book, is his great passion was he really, really wanted to learn how to fly. So I kind of said to him, okay, well, what's stopping you? He says, well, it's time. I said, well, the only thing that's stopping you is you haven't put it as an important on your time than other things. You're actually then putting it behind that. So if it's really that important to you, then what's stopping you? He says, well, just me going off and doing it. So, well, let's do it. So what we've done is we managed to structure his time and structure his business that he had every Friday afternoon off. And when the weather was right, he'd go off and he started flying lessons. And lo and behold, in certainly less than a year, he is then was made enough to actually then start doing solo landings. So whilst he had an instructor with him, he could actually land the plane. So that's that kind of, when you really focus and you want to do it and you want to do something, you can do it. So like I say, so your homework now is to go on to betterneverstops.global for free business tools. If you go onto that page, scroll down the page to the strategy section, you can download the personal income purpose statements. I would urge you again to do the questionnaire first. And once you've done all those, you'll be able to fill out those statements. And hopefully it starts really making some sense to you. If you need any help at all, obviously just reach out to me, and I'm there. I'm here to help you in any shape or form I can. Just reach out to me. I'm quite happy to jump on a Zoom call, on a phone call with you, and give you any help and guidance that you want. Let's say the rest of it is also, there's a lot of it in my book. If you want a copy of my book, just reach out to me, adrian.peck@peckuk.com. So peckuk.com, and you can get a free copy of my book as well. I will post it out to you. So next week, we're going to look at exiting your business. I'm going to share with you the various different ways that you can exit your business, and go through some of the advantages and disadvantages of them, and therefore you can take hopefully get a quite informed decision about what it is that you would do with your business if you want to exit. And kind of what its value would be and how you can maximize that value in that business exit as well. So we're going to touch on that next week. So in the meantime, So if you want to reach out, please do. And most importantly, of course, stay safe. Stay safe out there. And I also look forward to seeing you next week, next Tuesday at 3:30 for Love Your Business TV Live. Thank you very much.